Hey guys, it's Matt from Lectric All Wheel. So you may have seen in a previous short video that we took and replaced the throttle, the half grip twist throttle on Lectric, and we took that all the way down to the controller. We didn't mess with the Lite connector here because we knew that any throttle that you may have purchased on Amazon, it won't be able to connect there and work. So you have to go all the way to the controller and you utilize these SM3Y connectors. You get this SM3Y, and then we have a vertical thumb throttle that we're going to try and put on here. Hopefully it'll go quick. I've had this controller out many times. It does have a dual discharge balancer in it, so it will be a crowded space, so I'm going to have to take the time to pull that out. We're going to wire it back in the full way. The wrapping's easy, it's just a pain, right? It takes time, you got to get it right, you can't miss a loop. So take your time while you're rewrapping. We're going to probably speed through that and then just show you the final product. We'll make sure and show you the connections on the controller, and then we'll verify that these both work. One thing to talk about with this horizontal throttle is that my thumb naturally wants to lay here. So to me, I would move this over, but it's going to get caught in this groove of the gear shift and then push it even further, and the reach is a little far. I am naturally inclined. All my other bikes, I always go with the vertical thumb throttle, so I think I'm just going to keep this. I know that I'm going to be satisfied with it because even if it's not long enough because of my thumb, I'm positive that it will hit somewhere in the knuckle or beyond, and it will be good for people with smaller hands than mine. All right, here we go. For the 3-pin connection for a throttle, so we know that it's this connection, so I'm just going through them, and this is it right here. And this is my throttle cable, so I'm finding that. I'm gonna go ahead and thread it out. First I've got to take out my rear views, side view. And so these are aftermarket grips. I'll try and throw up a clip real quick so you can see what I did with the other ones. Basically, I just took some channel locks and gripped and then torqued that thing until it broke free from the adhesive or just the self-stickiness of the grip that was on there to begin with. Also, you can actually see the line right here was where the half grip twist was, and then there was the half grip on the outer edge. So I'm loosening my throttle so it'll go out of the way so I can get to my brake handle. Check depth. So that looks about right. This one is much wider, so that means I'm going to need to move my gear shift in to catch full depth on the handle. Alright, here comes the pain, but easy. You just gotta get yourself through it. So when I rack this, it's off balance. The bike is heavy, probably too much for this rack, but I use it anyway. It may twist and turn. So I'm just gonna run it down through the main cable trunk on the front, underneath. If you've seen the previous TikTok videos, I did cut, so we ran outside the metal loops on the bottom side of the frame that hold the cabling, and then just wrapped it into the bunch with the wraps. It's fairly easy. The last most difficult part will be threading this into the backside of the controller housing here. So we're gonna have to come up from in this area where you see the cable bunches down here, and then we'll feed it up through, bring it back out, connect it up, and then we can begin the arduous task of refitting the controller into this tiny space. So I'm starting at the bottom on this one because some of the wrap goes off into a chute for the left-hand side of the grips, and I'd like to leave that in place. Alright, there it is. Now, I'm going to look inside the controller box. Reach in there, grab that bad boy, come back, plug it in. Just so you can see the wires, it's red, green, black, but that's it right there. Let's go ahead and check it. Okay, checking this won't be as easy unless you have a dual discharge balancer. You're gonna have to put in your original battery. So basically you're gonna have to go on the knowledge that when you hook it up, it's correct. I have the convenience and the ability to hook up a battery right now while it's in this state, and then just check to make sure that it works. Okay. So now that we know that it all works, I'll worry about fine-tuning my grip stance when I can actually get on it and make sure that it's comfortable. But other than that, everything is in place. Gear shift, brake handle, grip, new grip, which you're gonna need full-size grips when you replace a throttle like this. So I jumped out of the brake cable about 3/4 of the way through. look, I really like the spacing here. I'm really happy with this. I'm not a big fan of the half grip twist throttles. I do love Lectric though, so don't get it twisted. We did get another controller from Lectric. We're going to bring it back to factory original, and we have a big surprise. Hopefully it'll play out well. Hopefully it'll be good for the community, and I would love for it to work out so it'll help support us financially so we can keep moving with the Lectric all-wheel. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. Really like to know that our community is out there, and we like to build that up, so with your help we would like to grow. If you're in the Tampa Bay area, check out eBikes of Tampa Bay, Florida. Right now we're trying to get our video scheduling and our group management on point. When the snowbirds come back and everyone's in full swing here in the fall, we hope to amp up that group and start doing some more rides, events, etc. Check out our Instagram, check out our TikTok if that's your flavor. We really appreciate you guys. Also, if you're not sure that you're in on an electric bike, or that you don't know that you want a Lectric, check out the e-bike selection guide on electricallwheel.com. It's a filterable table. It'll help you if you have just a baseline price. It's in there. Keep in mind that it does take quite a bit to keep it updated. We haven't moved into an automation process that is thorough, so we have to manually get in there. And everybody knows the market right now. There's new e-bikes all the time, and there's new pricing, but it's a good start, especially for the beginner. We'll talk to you next time.